Okay, let's see. We have here our instrument cage. This brown wire that goes up very top left. Goes down into the wiring harness somewhere. These black ones there's this center black one here, and it goes down to this other one, which is about 4 o'clock-ish. And it also has a branch thing that goes down further into the wiring harness thing. These blue ones, it arcs across here to the middle, and it goes from 3 to 9 on these black mark things right there. And they branch there, and then the one goes down here off into the fuse box. This just plain blue one right here, that's also 4 o'clock in this first box, also heads down that way into the fuse box. This gray one right there, that's about 11 o'clock, goes and grounds here to the very top right most of this ignition switch, parking switch thing. And it also branches over to a ground over this way, which also makes it a yellow for the, I think it's some weird ass odometer thing. It's the thing with the Mad Magazine guy. And then this blue, see, I have those black ones. I have the brown one. I have these black ones that interconnect here that go off in the fuse box. This black one grounds also over here at about the 8 o'clock. So we just have this ground double connecty switch right here that goes to the 4 and the 8. 4 and 8. 4 and 8 over there. Leftmost and rightmost on each. And then this brown, let's see, this blue one bridges. This green and blue one that goes to also the 8. See if we can get the right there. It goes off into the fuse box. These brown ones down at the, they're at the very bottom, very bottom. The one on the left goes left into, one of them goes as a ground to the, or something to the generator pluggy looking thingy, the light bulb green switch. The other one goes to the other switch. Actually, it goes to the emergency brake lighty thingy right there. So it goes underneath there. It goes on the bottom plug, along with a red one right there, which goes that way off towards along in this speed hole thingy. And also there's a little black one. The black one goes on the right as a groundish thing, and the red one goes on top. And then the other brown one that went off to the generator thing goes on the bottom leftmost plug. And then, so I think those are headlights. Possibly. These black cable here and here that go from this green switch. And so back to, let's see, on our Mad Magazine thing. The blue one goes over into this fuse heating relay thing. This green one goes down over to here and into here somewhere, right there. This yellow one, as I said before, comes and grounds back over here onto the speedometer, right there, along with that gray with red dots that's over here. What else am I not covering? There's this, let's see. I've got the brown one already covered as to where it goes up here on top. I've got these black ones covered. I've got this gray with the red stripe down it covered, along with the red spot one. Have this blue and red stripe one. Have this green and blue one. Have this brown one that goes off to the right of the car, and then these blue ones that are on the right on the very bottom that also go into this mess of fuses. See, where does that go? Goes into the fuse box that way. And this also goes into that fuse pluggy box thing right there. Right there. Okay, now there's this black with red spotted one that's at almost 6 o'clock on our various gauge-o-meter. And that one goes over here back to this little light plug parking light thing right here, and it goes to the very leftmost plug on that right there, leftmost plug. And there's also next to that one on our speed gauge odometer thing is this one. It starts, it's a very short one, it's a red and gray striped one, then comes into a blue butt splice, I think is what they call it, to a blue and white cord, which goes off into the fuse box. So I think that is all of them covered. I will now wait. Okay, back on our Mad Magazine thing. The yellow one is the ground. This green one goes into the wiring harness off that way by the zip tie. The blue one goes over that way, probably windshield wiper motor or something. There's a red one that goes and it splices on to this other one that was the one we had trouble with right there. That's where it splices on to that one, which goes into a wiring, so it's part of the windshield. I think that's a battery or something like that. Okay, so we have green, red, yellow covered in blue, and then this black one. Where does this black one go? It goes this way up into here, and it looks like it was a ground dud. So it looks like these ones I will have to cut where they are and splice them back on, mark them with tape, and then all of these I can unplug. That should be good.